Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are Group 8 from Malaysian Economy Group A will explain about Sustainable Development Goals 8, Labour Productivity in the Sector of Malaysia from 2016 to 2020. This is our group members of Group 8. Number 1, Anik Maisarah binti Syaril, metric number 292406. Number 2, Nur Masyita binti Ahmad Azman Sahar, metric number 292531. Number 3, Aina Umairah binti Abdul Aziz, metric number 292544. Number 4, Nur Ain binti Azlan, metric number 292767. Number 5, Nur Sohaida binti Abdullah, metric number 292889.
My name is Anik Maisarah binti Syaril. My metric number is 292406. Introduction. SDG referred as the global goals that were approved by the United Nations. It is an action to eradicate poverty, protect the environment and guarantee that by 2030, everyone will live in peace and prosperity. The main focus that has been emphasized is goal number 8, which is decent work and economic growth. Sustainable economic growth, innovate, decent work, and economic productivity. It also focuses on improving the resource efficiency in consumption and production in economic.
Next, based on Table 1, it shows the analysis that will be made based on labor productivity according to the type of economic activity from 2016 to 2020, namely, in terms of agriculture, meaning and quarrying, manufacturing, construction and service. Overall, the researcher will explain the increase and decrease of each type of economic activity by years. The first analysis is about the productivity of agriculture activities. The total value added for each labor worker in the agriculture sector in 2019 and 2017 recorded a value of RM52,940 and RM54,102 respectively. This show a slight increase in 2017. In 2018, the added value of each laborer in the agriculture sector was recorded as RM54,040, which show a decrease. The added value of each laborer in the agriculture sector in 2019 in RM54,229. This show a further increase in 2019. The increase occurred because agriculture product received a lot of production from rubber, rice and palm oil. Finally, in 2020, the added value of each laborer in the agriculture sector amount to RM53,254, which is a significant decrease compared to the previous year. This is because traditional farm are report to be decreased due to less interest in farming. A job to be a job for generation. Next, the total added value for each laborer in the mining and quarrying sector in 2016 and 2017 respectively show as much as RM1,380,564 and RM13,113,956, which show a slight change, which is an increase in 2017. In 2018, recorded as much as added value RM1,367,042 for each worker in the mining and quarrying sector. This shows that in the mining and quarrying sector in 2018, there was also an increase. The added value of each laborer in the mining and quarrying sector in 2019 has recorded as much as RM1,363,694, which show a decrease. Finally, in 2020, the total added value of each labour worker in the mining and quarrying sector has shown as much as Rm 1,341,880. In this table, it has been shown that the decline of the sector occurred twice in a row in 2019 and 2020. The decline also occurred because these mining activities had a side effect on the time area. In the manufacturing sector, the total value added per employee in 2016 and 2017 was recorded as Rm 114,554 and Rm 119,147 respectively, which show a slight increase in the following years. In 2018, the added value of each laborer in the manufacturing sector show as much as Rm 121,869. This showed that there was also an increase in 2018. Thus, the total added value of each laborer in the manufacturing sector in 2019 was recorded as being as much as Rm 123,897. Entering the years 2019 has shown an increase of 3 consecutive years. This increase was contributed by electrical and electronic products amounting to 5.0% and wood products, furniture, paper product and printing by 3.0% and food, beverage and tobacco products by 2.3%. Finally, in 2020, the total added value for each laborer in the manufacturing sector show a decrease of Rm 120,696. The decline in the manufacturing sector following the implementation of full movement restriction due to the increase in case of COVID-19 impact production and moderator orders. In addition, in the construction sector, there is also an increase and decrease in the amount of added value for each employee at the beginning, which is the year 2016 and 2017 respectively, recorded Rm 39,714 and Rm 42,422. The amount of increase between 2016 and 2017 is quite significant. The total value added per worker in the construction sector in 2018 show an increase of Rm 43,859. In 2019, the total value added to each laborer in the construction sector has shown as much as Rm 45,421, also maintaining an increase. Finally, a decrease occurred in 2020, which was as much as Rm 120,696 on the added value of each laborer in the construction sector. Therefore, it can be seen from 2016 to 2020 that the construction sector show an increase every year. Another productivity analysis is the value added to each laborer in the service sector. In the service sector, the total value added for each laborer in 2016 and 2017 respectively show as much as Rm 80,645 and Rm 84,102, which show a slight increase. In 2018, the added value of each laborer in the service sector show an increase of Rm 87,050, also showing an increase. The total value added for each laborer in the service sector in 2019 was Rm 89,599 this year, also maintaining an increase. Finally, as much as Rm 84,266 total value added to each laborer in the service sector in 2020. After several years of increase, the sector finally experienced a decline in 2020.
Hi, my name is Nurul Mashita binti Ahmad Azmar Saha and my matric number is 292531. I will explain about Objective 2, identifying the contribution of labour productivity in the economic sector in Malaysia from 2016 to 2020. First is the agriculture sector. The agriculture sector recovered in the first half of 2017 after declining negative 5.9% in 2016. This expansion was aided by considerable recovery in palm oil and rubber subsector due to improved weather. The agriculture sector also recovered 4.9% in the first half 2019. The rebound of palm oil production as well as a rise in livestock and agriculture output drove this growth. Number two is mining and quarry. The mining sector expanded at a moderate 1.4% annual rate in 2016, aided by a rebound in natural gas output such as reconnection of the Sabah Sarawak gas pipeline. The mining sector added value expanded at a moderate rate of 0.9% in the first half of 2019, backed by a 4.7% increase in natural gas production in line with higher exports to China, Japan, and Republic of Korea. Number three is manufacturing. The manufacturing sector value added climbed by 4.3% in the 6 months of 2016, aided by increased product from 10.2% in 2016 compared to 5.4% in 2015. The manufacturing sector grew by 5.1% in the first half of 2018 and predicted to grow by 4.9%. The rest attribute to the performance of the subsector E&E, which has been strong demand for integrated and semiconductor electronic circuit, telecommunication equipment, and consumer electronic. The manufacturing sector grew by 4.2% in the first half of 2019, followed by primarily by domestically oriented business such as demand for rubber gloves during Ebola outbreak in Africa and improved worldwide healthcare and awareness. Number four is construction. The construction sector adds 7.4% to its value in the first half of 2017, boosted by civil engineering activity and infrastructure projects such as Setiawangsa Pantai Motorway. Construction sector increased by 4.8% in the first half of 2018, aided by infrastructure projects such as Plan Borneo Highway, Central Spine Road, and mass transit on the Sungai Buloh, Sadang, and Putrajaya Road. Number five is service. Service sector expanded in the first 6 months of 2016. Following household expenditure expand 5.9% attributed to sale initiatives such as Buy Malaysia Good campaign and price reduction campaign. The service sector expand increased 6.1% in the first half of 2017, following vehicle sales grew 2.2% as a result of the introduction of new vehicle models. The service industry expanded 6.3% in the first half of 2019, boosted by the information and communication subsector, which National Fibre Optic and Connectivity Plan (NFCP) aims to increase broadband access coverage.
I will talk about some solutions by the government to increase labour productivity. First, formulating a 5-year Malaysian Productivity Development Plan. A 5-year productivity development plan has been developed with industry participation with the goal of prioritizing productivity in the national plan for development. An extensive strategy and detailed plan of action will be created together with more specific target and timeline for implementation. Next, increase the effectiveness of governance and institutional system for implementing productivity methods. To achieve policy consistency, the National Productivity Council (NPM) must review and establish policies as well as increase cooperation and coordination among ministries and agencies. The Malaysian Productivity Corporation (MPC) will additionally be given the authority and jurisdiction to lead and coordinate the productivity agenda's execution. Number three is encourage innovation. Innovation will be strengthened through building capital relation among parties involved with research and development, commercialization and innovation, including universities, research institutions, industry and government. The existing platforms such as Cyril, Fraunhofer, and the Public-Private Research Network (PPRN) will be expanded to deepen the interaction between research institutions and industry and to increase the return on investment in R&D. Next, we strengthen human capital. The quality of human capital will be improved through boosting labour market efficiency through greater coordination of labour demand and supply. Local workers will be able to retrain and upskill through technical and vocational education and training (TVET). RPL is a program that recognizes employees' knowledge, and skill based on standardized certification standard. Meanwhile, FPEL allows that evaluation of information and abilities gained via formal education along with job experience to be used toward completion of courses at their university.
My name is Aina Umairah binti Abdul Aziz. My metric number is 292544. The National Productivity Portal is one of the government initiatives to boost labour productivity. This is true because Malaysian National Productivity Portal (MPP) contribute to the dissemination of data on productivity to promote economic growth and help the nation maintain its good trajectory as a delivered nation and an exclusive nation in the economic sphere. For instance, the government has highlighted the achievements of industry-wide innovation as well as productivity-related projects and programs. Besides, the government also implemented two other methods to support the development of a productivity ecosystem at the industry level, which is a productivity champion. This productivity champion is one of the recognition given to individuals who contribute to the improvement of organization performance in three categories, which is namely leaders, practitioners, and talent. In order to improve labour productivity, the government has also modified the productivity program at the industry level. This is true because the government not only carries out broad-based activity to increase productivity, but also specific productivity plans that are tailored to the demands of the sector. The government also employs strategy, one of which is the introduction of an enterprise-level intervention program. By enhancing work procedure and utilizing information and communication technology (ICT) application, this intervention program can assist business in boosting efficiency and production. The University Community Transformation Centre (UCTC) program will be expanded to include activity to boost productivity in order to meet this objective. Business operating system, accounting and record keeping a few of topics that will be covered. Besides, the government also promote and broadens the examination of production levels in industry. This is because the productivity level inspection program will be extended to determine some problem and evaluate the enterprise present operational capacity and capabilities.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Suhaida binti Abdullah. My metric number is 292889. So I will conclude on goals 8, which is labor productivity in sector of Malaysia from 2016 to 2020. In 2018, the mining and quarrying sector showed the most increase in that year, which was as much as RM1,367,042 value added per employee compared to 2017, which was as much as RM1,313,956. This increase was as much as RM53,086 value added per employee. The mining and quarrying sector also showed the highest decrease, which is in 2020, which decreased from RM1,363,694 to RM1,247,616 in 2019. This decrease is as much as RM116,078 value added per employee. This shows that the mining and quarrying sector is the most declining among all sectors. The government needs to take action to address the various problems that hinder the country's productivity growth. Development in human capital is seen to produce many productive and innovative labor forces that can increase the growth of labor productivity. The government also needs to train more highly skilled laborers for needs in the future. The Malaysian government must also be committed in efforts to strengthen and enhance human resource development through education and training in order to improve the quality of labor.